Welcome to a brand new day on Signature Morning. Today is Thursday, the 17th day of July 2025. And the nation, continues to mourn the passing of our former president, Muhammadu Buhari. Tributes are pouring in, a lot of inputs about his legacy, the things he did right, the things he did not do right. Citizens are sharing, their opinions of him. Some of them good, some of them bad, but all in all, these conversations continue to spark debates across the nation. And also, as if the nation needed more grief, we remember those in Plateau State where lives have been brutally ended, due to killings and massacre. And this begs the question of the state of security in the country. Nigeria, where do we go from here when people cannot even be safe in their own communities, in their own homes? And it's as if nothing is being done about it except being headlines on the newspapers. Well, it's quite a sad occurrence, but we'll continue to pray for the people that are affected by this sad incident. Welcome once again to the program. I am Uchenna Chimdi Oluoha, and coming up next is our newspaper headlines and review. Welcome back. Now to our newspaper headlines of the day. We'll be starting with the Matrix newspaper. And we have Nigeria's inflation rate drops to 22.22% as food inflation declines to 21.97. We have FEC to hold special session for Buhari today. Peter Obi explains absence at Buhari's burial, pays tribute in Daura. You can find that on page 3. We have Appeal Court reverses 579 billion naira stamp duty judgment in CBN's favor. APC mocks Atiku over exit from PDP. He is driven only by selfish, obsessive presidential ambition. This is Moka. Your obsession with presidential ambition knows no sympathy or empathy. Keyamo. After 6 years trial, Fayose walks free as court throws out EFCC case. Plateau killings. Tinubu's government has failed Nigerians, says Amnesty International. All right, we have BB Niger Season 10 premieres July 26 with record 150 million naira grand prize. Oshun 2026. Omishore blasts Adeleke, says governor a political orphan. And finally, Yamal to don Barcelona's iconic number 10 jersey. And now to the Daily Times newspaper. On the Daily Times, we have Buhari, we've lost a mentor, Northern Pride, Arewa Group. Buhari's death, major loss to Nigeria, Africa, says Shetima. On page 2. 151 senior police officers face disciplinary action over misconduct. Atiku resigned from PDP. Your exit won't affect party, says Makinde. Senators' wives commiserate with Aisha Buhari, urge prayers for children. Buhari's exit, politicians must be humble, fulfill election promises, says Lukman. And inflation eases to 22.22% as CBN faces key rate decision on page 13. All right, and now to the Daily Trust newspaper. All right, on the Daily Trust, we have experts link FX stability, seasonal farming to inflation drop. Abducted Niger women return with pregnancies, babies. Alleged 6.9 billion naira fraud, EFCC appeals Fayose's acquittal. Makinde, Keyamo, others react as Tinubu quits PDP again. We have 151 police officers before disciplinary panel over ethical violation, others 34 sacked in 2 years. You can find that on page 6 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And over to the Punch. 2027, Atiku's PDP exit sparks political firestorm. JAM uncovers 9,460 illegal admissions in 20 tertiary institutions. Obasanjo Anyoku pushed for better leadership, new constitution on page 7. CBN injects $4.1 billion to defend Naira as reserves decline. 2027 tensions, Buhari CPC bloc may dump APC, with rather some CPC chieftains likely to quit, but APC remains unshaken, says Shitu on page 3. Shetima, Atiku, Obi attend Buhari's fidal in Daura. Insecurity, insurgency, NAF to acquire 49 new fighter jets. Fayose whips as court clears ex-governor of 6.9 billion naira fraud. That is it for the Punch newspaper. Now to The Guardian. On The Guardian, we have Anyoku Obasanjo defer on new constitution. Plateau urges calm as Riom attack death toll rises to 32. Buhari farewell, Obi Atiku defend absence as Lukman flags shift in endorsement. With riders, Tinubu showers praises to lead Buhari's tributes at FEC meeting today. Atiku's PDP exit letter aimed at stealing spotlight from Buhari's death, says Keyamo. Shetima leads fidal prayers for former president in Daura. Chinese President Xi sent condolence message to Tinubu. That is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. Moving on, CPPE advocates trade policy instruments to further ease inflation. Osun residents raise concern over Adeleke Aregbesola face-off. Party leaders on phase as Atiku dumps PDP the third time. FG blames rising cases of cardiovascular diseases on high sodium intake. And finally, Huriwa DSS ex-director dismissed Turkish envoy's alarm as political. All right, that is it on the Guardian newspaper and on our headlines this morning. Well, you know, it's time for our review. As always, Chris Maduka in the studio this morning. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Uche. And good morning, my dear people of the world citizens. I'm happy to know that Signature TV is a global TV.
Of course, we are global.
So, most of the times we are tempted to be talking about Nigeria, and somebody stopped to ask, are we going to stop the world for Nigeria to jump out? Is Nigeria the conductor of the world bus? Anyway, Ebonye Bikon watch, that's what they say. Wherever you find yourself, you think about that place more.
Exactly. All right, now let's head right into our headlines. Now, the first one, we have Nigeria's inflation rate drops to 22.22%, and food inflation also declines as well.
You know, I am not an economist. I am not, what do I say? I am not a political economist, neither am I a religious economist. I'm a broadcaster. But the fact is that a lot of people expect that certain things we should know. If the inflation rate has dropped, what I keep asking, which part of Nigeria's life did that affect? At Ogbete, as at yesterday, a mudu of Ewa still sells at 12,000 naira. So Obi go army and came back. Where is the boot? Where is the evidence? Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, MBS, keep churning out figures. That is getting us confused. Why not tell us why our life have not been affected? As far as I'm concerned, you know, that is my worry. Once all these figures we turn in Abuja, carry it, go Lagos, turn it around to anywhere, even if you bring it to the city of Enugu, and it has not trickled down to my village, where my kinsmen will go to their local market and buy things cheap. We can't see the drop. And what brought Nigeria inflation? You are telling us in figures it has come down. What brought inflation? Has it stopped? Has the Nigerian government stopped borrowing money? That's what is causing this. You can't eat your cake and have it. Has what? No, what has happened? Is it that Nigeria has suddenly turned to production country where we export so much and reduce our import? What is this inflation is on paper? Let somebody come and sit on this seat and tell me with figures what inflation drop by 22% has done to our country. Nothing, no evidence. You go to the filling station in Enugu, where I am talking from. The rest is story, so that it won't be his mind. Whoever has bought fuel, anything less than 950 naira in Enugu, as I yesterday, come and tell me. Well, what is dropping? Is it that it's selective? Is it that they select where the inflation is? I don't know. Is it only in Nigerian Bureau of Statistics that this inflation has dropped?
It's not getting down to
it's
the
not
people.
It's not touching anybody, and that's my concern. So it may have dropped, but we have not seen it. That's all. It's not my word against you. I'm saying it is dropped in your paper. Let it get trickled down to us. Then we see it. You know, what am I saying? We want to see. These days in Nigeria, everything is swallowed into disbelief and distrust. Because so many things has happened and we didn't see the evidence. So it's best to get the confidence of Nigerians in this polity, in this with this nation we find Nigeria, is to begin to do tangible things. If I'm just splitting the nation, it's not easy to be a leader in Nigeria, but I pity anybody if you keep talking, you are causing more trouble. Let's just even talk less and let's see more action. That's all.
All right, now another issue. Atiku has exited from PDP,
and sorry, you know that
again for the third time. for the third time,
you didn't get it. When I was coming to work, I was going through my phones, and analysis that showed this is about the 5th time moving from here to here to here. And what came in my mind, with all due apologies, I said, "Onye emere Atiku here." You know, let me just say it in Igbo language so that when I'm called to a question, I will still use Igbo. Who did this to our dear Atiku? You know, why I'm saying this is that I read a book called William Shakespeare's Macbeth. Macbeth.
Yeah.
The summary of Macbeth is what political ambition can do to anybody. Political ambition can turn you to a woman you sleep with every day as your wife. You begin to suspend her. When people will come and tell you, this woman is so, it will make you to even go to consult oracles. Macbeth went to consult oracles. And the oracles, you know, they are half-truths. Because Macbeth want to remain in power. It happened to Julius Caesar. When they are saying, this, stay here, do this, don't do, you want to do what you want to do. That has turned our dear Atiku.
Yes, and
be turning, you know, turning and turning in the widening gear, like Chinua Achebe put in his prologue of Things Fall Apart, the classical things. He said he's turning and turning in the widening gear. This, you know, the center is not more holding because of that. By now, there are 2 options. It's either you become a kingmaker. They call him Onowu in Igbo land, the person who carries the crown and put on your head. Or you strive to be the king. In fact, some people believe that at a point in your growth, to be Onowu is more prestigious for you. And a lot of people have appealed to our dear Atiku to consider being Onowu instead of.
But he doesn't want to be. I mean, people like Moka already saying he's driven by selfish, obsessive
restless run of the locust. I read a book like that too. If it's not Wole Soyinka, it become Oshofiso. The Restless Run of Locust is a book written. You should also read it. What makes the locust to continue to be on the run? So what is the restless run of our dear article into political platforms? What is left for him? Is there no political platform in Nigeria that has anything to go by that he has not been part of? And that will make you to lose. As a rolling stone gathers no moss. When you gather in a few moss, you roll into another place, the moss will drop off, you begin to gather, over time you roll away again. Is that what? I don't know who the political advisors are, but some people are remaining in one place and they're building and building and they have power of negotiation. When it comes to a place, they say, that structure is solid, come, let's talk.
But he said he left the PDP because of the trajectory. Obviously, he's trying to say that he's not liking the trajectory.
All politicians, they are not telling themselves the truth. You, as powerful as you are, I forgot this is a title in where he's coming from. That is a powerful title he holds. If I remember it before now, I will praise him because it's a powerful title. Cast as somebody, Waziri. How can you be there as Waziri in a political party and one other politician like you come and mess that platform up? You allow him playing along for what? You could never speak. You didn't speak once. And when the house collapsed, you jump. Which were you jumping to? Who is going to build for you? As powerful as you are in Nigerian politics, is it not shameful that you want to go into platforms where small people are building for you? And let me ask you, what can you do for your girlfriend's son to call you Papa? If you do not have commitment where you have built the blocks and stay there to live there, you keep renting. If you are political rent age, you will be treated like a tenant. Even once a tenant, a landlord can come and say, even if you pay me up to 10 years, I just want you out of my house. So is it not better for you to go and build a bacha? Go and build a bacha in Nyanya instead of being a tenant in Area 1 or in Central Business District. Let's begin to build. I mean, I don't know. I respect the man, and then a lot of things have not happened well. So let's.
All right. Now, another headline on the Punch. We are seeing that there are some tensions as to Buhari's CPC bloc dumping APC. There are a lot of speculations that now that Buhari is no longer with us, that his CPC bloc may, dump APC and move over to another party.
Like that, the way I like the smile coming from you. There's a proverb that says when a stone climbs up, all the breakables under the ground begin to catch fire. For whatever is making people, there's insecurity. Now we don't talk say they be oga. Why are they worried? Over what? No, they hear ADC. The people. That's the way you know people are working in that sort of. ADC, hey, everybody want to respond. Because everybody has left Nigeria. What they want, the only headlines is what the presidency said, what ADC said. It has shown our incumbent political officers or the central party that their level of insecurity is high. And it shouldn't be, because they have told us that they are the ogas. They told us earlier that they are ogas, that they no fear. Nobody then talk say they be oga. Why they wrong? There's a Ghana music that played about. Nobody not talk say they be oga. Why are they worried about anywhere people gather? There was one time I used to be a journalist. I cover. Politicians, when they gather in a house of somebody, people will be in groups. You will see them moving. They will see me and you talking and whispering. They wouldn't even know what they want to join and start. And nobody want to leave anything undone. That's what's happening to them. Why are they looking for stopping to listen to every back end dog? If they have that confidence they told us they have, something is wrong. If you have not done well for Buhari bloc in APC after you form merger, to arrive at APC. Eh, now you cause go fetch firewood that is infested with ants, so you must definitely entertain lizard for a friendly visit.
But
Whether the
some of
visit
them
is
are a bit confident in
definitely,
APC, saying
definitely.
that even though some CPC chieftains might quit, the APC
But
still remains.
that's it. Remember that those who the gods want dead, it first makes them deaf or dumb. So, the Nigerian political talks is not. We are looking at the real situation. Yeah, there is what they call insecurity that will make you to start boasting when nobody asks you to boast. I did here and nothing is happening. Why are you telling us? We know you are there. Why are you going to re-emphasize it if it's not fear? It's insecurity. Go and ask a psychologist. So there's also political psychology playing out in Nigeria political sphere and structure. Some people who have claimed over time, and they were there fetching this anti-infested firewood when there were halls in, they were, is our thought. But they forgot that what is Iboke is also Bengwe. You know? That what is sweet or delicious to a woman who is pregnant is also sweet and delicious to the man who gave her belly. It's blood and flesh that they all have. They are human beings. So whatever is sweet for APC, let me be very blunt, is also good for ADC. Could that's why it be good for Apuga or APC or NMP, whatever. Before I call NMPC, whether they're political party, but they're political parties. That whatever you go to World Cup, some people are predicting that it's Brazil. No team in the world has gone to World Cup with intention to go and lose. So let nobody on that. You know what tells me? It's too early, and we are talking about 2027. But some people are already now about you when the music has not started. Some people are already having their legs are paining them when the music has not started. So it is deceitful and distraction. They want to cause Nigerians to begin to talk politics 2 years before the time when hunger and hardship are there. People are talking politics and dropping dead because after shouting politics the way I'm doing, I'll go back. Worms will begin to moil away in my stomach. I'll be looking for how to survive. That's what. So that all will happen. The Nigerian citizen, yes, some of them are jumping around. So you know,
Yeah.
whatever you sow, you reap.
Yes.
So good luck to the jumping around and one chance politicians as they jump around. Even we have become the elegant jobber bird. When they have learned to shoot, the hunters have learned to shoot without aiming. We as citizens of Nigeria, we soon learn how to fly without
Perching. All right, now we're seeing that about 151 police officers are facing disciplinary panel over ethical violation. That's quite a large number. Over ethical 34 statistics.
Which I'm sorry, my dear policemen, you are Nigerian, you say police is your friend. But when they brought that figure, people are saying it's high. 151 is still on disciplinary, another one. And I'm saying it is far less than what we expect. Judging from the number of policemen in Nigeria that are corrupt, that should face disciplinary action, that have caused embarrassment to us, that are far. In fact, what is, for how many policemen do we have in Nigeria? How many? 774 local government. Think about the number of states and state policemen we have every day. That's why it's only 151. Anyway, when you look at it, I know why I don't worry. My headmaster told me, he said, a gentleman is only a thief who has not been caught. Meaning that all the people who are moving around were smart and they are well starched. It's because they've not had the opportunity or they've not been caught. So the only unlucky one that have been caught, we are saying and say is high. If we begin to catch all the corrupt policemen in Nigeria, we won't have anyone again to guide us. I'm not to talk about it. Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. Like, even if we begin to catch, let's be very real. If we begin to catch all Nigerians that are corrupt and start putting them in where they will be disciplined, there will be nobody at home. Ask everybody to go to their maternal relations home. You come and say, this one has got to, so nobody will be in the home. So is Nigeria. It's the type of policemen Nigerians will have in their time is way because Nigerians are fantastically corrupt. So mmadụ hapụ na ọlụ ọgbalụ na-ekwu nke okeke. Even Nigerians are corrupt. So it's not just politicians. So let us also create disciplinary committee for custom, for civil defense, for all the security agencies that are hanging on the road now. Some of them doesn't used to hang on the road. When you expose them to road and they start seeing people, they get corrupt. It's psychological. I know what I'm talking about. So that's about it. Uche, go ahead. You are not telling me time here, but I need to take one more before I go. Just fire the last shot.
Yes. So very quickly, I just want us to end with this issue of Plateau killings, where we are seeing that Amnesty International has called out the president, Tinubu, saying that he has failed Nigerians when it comes to security.
I joined the Transparency International.
Amnesty International, yes.
Yeah. I joined them to say we feel a bit disappointed in what is happening.
Yes.
It might be an overwhelming situation, but because they are external body, they can easily shout them. But a lot of Nigerians feel that this present government, led by President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, should do more when it comes to security and protecting the lives of Nigerians. So we don't need Amnesty or Transparency International, any other body for that matter, to speak for us. We have been calling for that. It might be irresponsible for us to say they're totally disappointed, because if we get totally disappointed, who else do we face? Even the Amnesty won't come and save the situation. The only thing is to encourage them and say, a lot of our young boys and girls are dying every day in the field, and we're here talking, they're protecting us. The federal government and all the apparatus of security are doing what we say, do more. We encourage when they say Nigerian Air Force is getting about 49 new fighter jets to fight insurgency. When they get it, as soon they should have gotten it yesterday. They should do that fast and increase the property they use to fight it, because it has become full-grown war that is continuously eating into our lives.
All right. Thank you so much, Chris, for your review this morning.
Save Nature TV, news in your pocket.